Welcome back, everybody, to the FACEIT Dota2 Invitational. I'm TobiWan here with Purge as we go into our third series of the day. Team Secret going up against Escape Gaming with my boy Sind.
I mean, one of these teams went to TI. One of these teams also went to TI but left right away. I think it should be a good match, though. Secret's been looking good, though. I think, genuinely, they looked quite good in the last tournament that they played. Obviously, there's been some drama since then, so hopefully it didn't affect the amount that they practiced or anything like that. But Escape also has the potential to beat them here. And again, it's the best of one, so anything can happen.
Yeah, if you get Quarterfinals off to a good start, anything is possible. Let's actually have a look at the bracket quickly so we give you a bit of an update for where we are at. So Vegas Squadron in our first series of the day was able to triumph over Ad Finum, while Alliance were defeated by Team Liquid on the back of one hell of a miracle morphling. So we jump to our other side with our other best of one, Team Secret versus Escape, and our last game of the day will be OG versus Team Empire. That's what's in store, and I think we're actually almost ready to go directly into the game because the boys, they're ready to play. I did say there was going to be a reveal. There is a reveal.
Whose birthday? Is it your birthday?
Do you know whose birthday? Do you know whose birthday? I have it on my notes in front of me. I didn't realize you could see that.
Just tell me. I don't really.
It's Yapsol's birthday today.
That's great.
Yeah.
He's a great player. Great person, fun to play with.
I believe he's 22 today, or something like that.
Oh, so an old one in terms of esports.
I believe so.
Players.
I might be wrong. His maturity level can still be 18.
Really? No, he's a really cool guy. I love his. I wish I could play Dota with the attitude that he plays Dota with. I would, man.
He has so much fun every time.
Yeah, I can't do that. I just focus and I'm like, I just get upset. That's my problem. And then I get upset.
You gotta learn to relax, have a little bit of fun.
Yep, having trouble with that one. That one's tough.
You embrace the spirit of capitalist. He has fun by yelling at people, having arguments with them.
Oh yeah, it's like an angry fun thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's actually fun though. That's like embracing the negative aspects, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it has the positive benefits.
It's enjoying a good debate. Then again, you don't have a really good debate.
Oh, I definitely do, but
that's
that's more logic. That's like let's debate how I'm mad because you messed up something that's going to make my life harder for the next 20 minutes, you know? That's pretty much what I'd start and end the conversation with. So.
Yeah, I don't think you'll ever
It's not the same.
I don't think you'll ever reach the zen that capitalist has.
Probably not.
Let's look at our draft because we're already underway. Our band's looking very, very familiar to what we've seen earlier today with the IO and the Drobe being taken out. Kunkka again not being allowed through. But the first two picks, we finally have something a little bit more different.
Yeah, opening with Sand King, not too surprising. Very solid either support hero or potentially core. Works in both cases for Escape. Kezu plays it sometimes, and I'm sure Yapsor and support occasionally. Now Secret with a bit of a weird opening. The Warlock open with Bounty Hunter. There's a couple cool interactions here. First of all, Warlock is very good at laning, so he offsets some of what Bounty lacks, which is that usually Bounty is not in the tri lane. So Warlock can kind of make up for that by being a solo support with great base HP, very good animation, very good damage, and obviously can fit a lot of things. Either if you're losing, you can heal your allies, or if you're trying to harass, Shadow Word's one of the best damage per skill point skills in the whole game. And also, Bounty Hunter has a very weak team fight in mid to late game, whereas Warlock has very good team fight. So it's very cool. These two heroes together do cover a lot of their bases.
Yeah, as long as they can work together with the rest of the cores. But obviously, Puppy has a plan. Well, Cinderin, I'm sure he has a plan that's just as good as well.
Yeah, most likely.
I'd like to see what Koifer gets to play, because this for me, like I've always looked at Koifer as one of the big linchpins of Escape. Like if he gets a good start, like with his Invoker play, like it was in the scaling mids, like this was all we talked about like 3, 4, 5 months ago. Koifer was the man for all those scaling mids. And then he started getting picked off time and time again. Escape kind of fell apart a little bit. I'm interested to see how they approach this game. Like, you get a Keep with the Light, you get a Sand King, it's good laning, it's good counter push.
It's a very good catch against Bounty Hunter too. Just dust, stun with Sand King, and then use the mana leak or whatever, and then could potentially be a Bounty Hunter kill or limit his mana pool or give you kills. It could stop pushes. It can also offset a lot of the team fight advantage that Warlock has once you get Ags. Blinding Light the Golems, for example. Just AoE blast plus heals can really hopefully offset things. But if Keeper gets behind, Bounty Hunter is just going to make that even harder because he should be in the back of the fight killing him consistently. So nothing really obvious in terms of cores yet. Sand King very likely could be a core, could be a support, we don't really know. Warlock almost for sure a support, I think. You know, Puppy is always consistently like those healing, strong laning supports, Warlock, Dazzle, stuff like that.
Yep.
I think the Warlock here is kind of reminiscent of that, although Warlock does have better team fighting. So I really do like Warlock. When the last big patch hit, I genuinely felt like he had potential to be very good. He was one of the heroes that didn't get picked at TI, actually, one of the few. I was slightly surprised on that. I felt like he had value, but right now in the meta, he's definitely getting better and better just because of the focus on laning that exists currently, and because that's really where Warlock is so good.
We'll see which lane he actually ends up eventually, but we take out Morphling, Alchemist, Nyx Assassin also finds its way into the ban pool. Interesting, like, what exactly that is for.
For Escape, I'm looking at a Storm Spirit right now because Team Secret has very, very little lockdown. Storm's very good against Warlock, relatively. Early game, it's kind of evenish, but late game, I mean, Storm's amazing right now. There's 3 heroes that don't have disables, although Bounty plus Lifestealer is really scary. That's a lot of amazing pressure early game. If Escape doesn't have sentries and observers on lockdown for those early rotations from Lifestealer, it is just going to get out of control. It doesn't matter. Well, you know, Storm can still live there. I mean, it's not like they have a silence or a stun between those two. So
unless you can get like escape mechanisms out, like before Bounty gets level 6, if Sanking actually can use his Sandstorm, I feel really sorry for Keeper of the Light. Like, his life is really hard. But actually, then again, like, if Storm Spirit is the pickup, Lifestealer doesn't control him. The only thing that really controls him is the rock.
Yep, and even then, that doesn't even count. Like, half the time, you're going to be going in on the Warlock. You might just ball lightning dodge the stun, for example. It's not always that difficult. And Keeper of the Light can delay the game, arguably, to give Storm the potential to keep picking off heroes and doing stuff like that.
To mention giving him the mana to also do things a little bit earlier.
Yeah, really good point. And it also, when you use Chakra Magic, it increases your mana pool as well. So temporarily, even if you're not refilling it, it just gives you more mana to work with. So I could definitely see something like a Storm Spirit on Escape. I don't know if they'll pick it here or wait one. I have seen Quakefoot play Storm a long time ago. They'll go with Earth Spirit. I think this is kind of a similar solution, really. It's a support. This will force Sanking offlane, of course, most likely. But with Earth Spirit, this gives them another hero that's a little hard to kill. As long as he can Rolling Boulder away, which he should be able to. No stuns, no silences, really. Or I should say, with the exception of Starter, obviously. But very weak slows and a couple mini stuns at the moment. Earth Spirit can be very effective here. And again, strong laning, good against Bounty Hunter. Throw one disable, Rolling Boulder into that, then you have a stun afterwards. That's much easier kill potentially even than Sanking, Burrow Strike into Mana Leak. So I like the Earth Spirit pick. I don't know if their laning's going to be amazing. They're going to need some levels before they start really hitting their stride on Escape supports. But I think their opening can be good, and it can be potentially very good against Lifestealer too, if silence him before he rages kind of a thing.
Yeah. That will require a Spirit getting like the perfect timing and rotation without being scouted out by the Bounty Hunter. I still want to see how this whole laning phase is going to work. Also, the fact that Team Secret are running a heavy amount of melees with the Warlock on top. Like, I know the sustain is pretty good, but Slardar on an off lane, haven't seen a lot of success, at least in the games I've been casting of a Slardar.
Could be Slardar plus Warlock, maybe.
Slardar Warlock duel off. Yeah. It would at least give him the survivability to be there. Coddle won't get harassed out the lane. It would probably pull the Earth Spirit off his rotations too. Yeah,
it could really force Escape to put a lot more pressure on that safe lane versus those two heroes. I think honestly, Warlock is one of the best dual lane supports in the game. It's like Witch Doctor Warlock are the best two in a lot of cases.
But now they're up against a Naga Siren. Like, we've got the reset feature now. Like, if you want to rage as a Lifestealer, you actually isolate a little bit. Yeah. I'm not even thinking about the laning phase right now. I've moved into like mid-game kind of style.
Good point. So Ensnare is definitely good there. Most Nagas don't also level that up too early, but yeah, you're right, the song is very good too. Just separate the Lifestealer, or if Warlock ultis, for example, it gives you time to reset your position a little bit, start channeling. You can even channel Illuminate, you know, like prep for when the song is going to end, channel Illuminate, let it fly through and nail a big blast.
I'm still waiting for something like the Invoker pickup to come. Like, we're missing the mid for Escape,
it looks like Invoker
and we've got the mid for Team Secret too. But Puppy decided to actually focus more on the Tiny ban. So he doesn't want to have like the burst damage that the Tiny offers.
I guess that makes sense. Secret has, what, 2 tanky cores, Slardar, Lifestealer. They've got a Warlock to slowly heal him over time. And they've got Bounty Hunter to give vision and give mobility advantage. I would be a little worried about something that has anti-mobility. I guess it's not terrible because you have a Lifestealer, he can rage. Escape ban the Storm themselves. Definitely something that would have been amazing for Secret as well. Storm Spirit, Lifesteal Infest him, they would give them 2 different ways to do that bomb. And they definitely have some disable problems, basically just Earth Spirit Sanking. And that's not really enough. And especially with Naga Siren, this kind of reveals that it's going to be Naga carry. I mean, they've already picked like 3 supports, so like, obviously the Naga carry. Axe here is good in lane, I guess, is the thing I'm thinking. Secret looks like they're dual laning, so Axe can be very strong.
But it's good in lane, but which lane?
Just off lane. Probably I would do...
So what, you throw Koi front to the SK in mid, or Naga mid for Era? Like.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You could actually do Naga mid. We don't know who Secret's mid is. I guess they can change it up depending. Naga, Axe, or Sanking. It's all melee, but Secret's pretty melee heavy as well, so I think they can abuse this no matter what.
Maybe that's also another like primary reason why Axe was the pickup. Instead of getting something like an Invoker, if Team Secret do initiate onto an Axe, they may have more trouble than what they really bargained for.
Yeah, and if he can counter-initiate, so one thing that can stun Lifestealer, they've grabbed 2 skills now that can disable Lifestealer through Rage, both in Snare as well as Axe Call. So I think the Axe pickup's pretty solid here. Ember Spirit, good solution. Survivable hero, hard to lock down. Mid one plays it all the time. He's very, very good at it. So I think it's a decent way to open this. And Escape's going to do Era as Axe, so that'll be probably safe lane Axe.
Yep. Unless they want to play around their lanes a little bit. But yeah, it makes...
And it's a core that can come online really fast. As soon as he gets Blink Dagger, he's ready to go. If they pick something that was an actual carry, or something that's maybe more mid-game focused, then they've got an Naga Siren who can't fight forever. And then they'd have another hero doing that, and all of a sudden your opponent's just constantly running you. They needed something that's like ready to go really fast while giving you good laning.
Because if they've got that, then technically like all their lanes are going to work out anyway. Like Axe can move off the bottom lane, Naga can go down there and finish up her big farm, which will quote for Lifesteal, like 10 minutes into the game, he'll disappear. And then come in like 18 minutes in and have all the items in the world that he wants.
Yeah, basically.
And on top of that, you can always have the Keeper at the light. Illuminate will push the waves back time and time again, and Secret, their lane push doesn't really seem to be that great. Their tower attack, once they've got items up, seems to be a lot better.
That's a really good point, actually. They don't have very many AoE skills. Even Slardar's bad at AoE. Lifestealer's truly bad at it. It's pretty much just Ember Spirit being able to be OT around a creep waves. That's the advantage for Secret in terms of their mobility. Warlock Bounty Hunter, not so good.
Cinderin showing his bias already in the game.
Forev?
For Forev.
Is he a big Forev fan?
I would assume so. Or they're buddies from long time past?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think they've ever been in a team together.
Forev and Cinderin?
Yeah.
There's no way. Very, very unlikely.
Maybe if you go back in Dota2.
My guess is that the period of time where Cinderin was playing off lane, he probably watched a lot of Forev replays, would be my guess.
When he was watching just the last TI, they just sat together watching him for a while.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Or really just anybody actually watched an MVP Phoenix game in the last 2 years and was like, wow, Frev's amazing.
Yep.
Actually, I should say 3 years. When he was in Korea, he was really good there too.
You should know. You started down there.
We did play against
your
Frev.
professional career as a Dota2 player.
Frev was the reason that Ember Spirit Sleight of Fist got nerfed, basically. the double Battle Fury. He just like one-shot us. That was a rough game.
Yeah, that was fun to watch.
good old Korean days. Yep, that was a good time.
Maybe not great to be part of. So laning phase-wise, it will be Pylai Dai supporting at the top. So we didn't actually put him with the Warlock. It'll be with MP as the Lifestealer. And he'll be going up against the supporting Cinderin in the offlane Keizu SK. So the SK will be slipping into the core role. But man, have we really entered the age of dual lane mid again? Like, is this becoming the thing?
Well, this one's pretty clear.
Especially when Puppy is going to get really aggressive underneath the sentry ward. Lose a fair amount of life. He's only got 2 tangos up, and mid one already has to pop off the flame guard just to push Escape back a little bit.
Yeah, this one's not too surprising, though, because both of the team's carries are basically mid. Obviously, Lifestealer is a carry as well, but they didn't really... Neither team really wanted to put anyone too aggressive in the 1v1 bottom. Mid one's still being pressured by Yapster. Yapster's nailing a lot of his rolling boulders here. It's going quite well, and Puppy will try to make space as well. Don't know if it'll work. So it's technically a tri lane here for Secret. Puppy will just go back between both lanes repeatedly. Ooh, he does find an Observer Ward top. Nicely done by him.
Not a bad thing to pick off. Forev seems to be having the rougher end of this bottom lane stick until the creep wave comes under his tower, and then he's perfectly alright.
Yeah.
That's one thing the X can't control.
It's going to be exciting to see Frev playing Slar. In the past on his old team, it was always QO playing Slardar, so he gets an option at the aggressive hero. He does play very common initiating heroes. I would say Axe is kind of similar playstyle to a hero like Slardar, so I'm excited to see how he does.
Quite far, getting body blocking up mid one. YapzOr doesn't have anything else. Like, he's still a level 1. KZU is actually the one who's in trouble. He's got Bio Strike available, goes underneath Puppy with a Shadow Word on him. KZU was guaranteed first blood in favor of Team Secret's safe tri lane.
Yeah, how do you survive against that? Shadow Word does a massive amount of damage. It's like 180 with 1 skill point. That's OP, man. Sorter lands a stun. A little unlucky on air there. Didn't get very many spins, surprisingly.
You obviously had to wait like maybe 1 more second for the creep wave to come in range.
Yeah, that definitely would have helped, but didn't
then
quite get it.
Forever would have backed up by then.
Yeah, either way, he's still farming really well, so fast Tranquil Boots will kind of change everything here.
To be honest, I was expecting Spirit to have a little bit more presence in this mid lane.
He's done pretty well. He missed that last rolling boulder because it was a bit too far, but he has been trying to kill Ember Spirit at least. Which hasn't completely worked out. Puppy getting really low top, and KheZu level 3 here can trade decently with these heroes, just not Warlock.
He's actually holding the extra skill point.
Yeah,
I'm wondering if he wants to see like if Sandstorm is required or if Burrow or Caustic will bring in the advantage.
Yeah, that's actually an important point. You know, 2 Burrow Strike can be the difference between going down cliffs easily, or, like you said, maybe a Sandstorm is what would save him, the only thing that would save him in a gank.
We're watching Puppy wait to kill himself. He didn't have the money for a TP scroll.
Okay.
So he waited out the 2 seconds, 3 seconds.
That's a good trade. Forever in a lot of trouble here. He's just getting super harassed. He just got Tranquil Boots as well.
Spirit's moved in, so if this boulder's able to connect, Forever gets locked down. ERR, he's got to get down there and get the call, or YapzOr can have his level 2, which means the kick, but nah, ERR, he's still got the high ground. Well, the high pass, I should say. And now the call. Forever gets dragged back in, and Axe will get the kill.
Nice little rotation there by YapzOr. Yeah, he's been playing really well. Level 3 now. He's got 2 points in Boulder Smash. He can contribute to every lane. The only lane I'm really worried about is Quakefo mid, but he's got 19 CS still. It's constantly looked like mid 1 is just harassing Quakefo away with Flame Guard and things like that, but Quakefo's getting the farm.
Well, once he's got that bottle, it should just be like Illusion Riptide spam. And that's what he's prioritizing. Obviously, you don't need any points up in the Snare, so it's just a 2-0-2, but that's going to be more problematic for mid 1.
Yeah, especially pre-6, especially if they can time their gank a little bit. Syndren's definitely under-leveled here. Still just now hitting level 2 by auto-attacking neutrals, but a little surprised he didn't stay up here to blast neutral camps. KheZu does have to go for a smokes.
He's just out of range of the sentry. Like there's one down there, but he's barely out of range.
This is actually a perfect Sandstorm. He can just sit here, and now this way he actually gets experience for all the dying creeps, even the ones that are denied by neutrals.
Wasn't that changed around a little bit though, so you get like
yeah,
really low experience for it?
It got buffed. It was 20%. Now it's 35, I believe.
All right.
So it got better. So Puppy roaming back down to the bot lane, level 3. He could kill Synd very easily here. I think that's a dead Syndren. Yeah. Very tough. I think Syndren maybe hasn't gotten enough levels here. That's just an understatement, partially, but I think he should have gotten more.
He's tried to give the space to the Axe instead. And now with the kick, like Puppy's underneath the sentry wall, so he can't get down. YapzOr, they lock him in. Puppy is in a sandwich right now with no way to escape.
Did you see what he did there? He knew that the bounty was there, but he didn't pop the dust early. If he pops the dust, I believe it doesn't let him phase through. Am I wrong about that? It's something crazy. Like I think he.
So he rolling boulders forward to then trigger the dust to, because if he rolling boulders forward, he'll hit the front of him, not the back of him.
I'm pretty sure he knew that he was there, so he boulder smashed him, and then he walked through and then dusted. Because once he became visible, I don't know, it's something like that.
He definitely knew he was there because the sentry ward was in the jungle.
Okay.
So that was the information he had. That's the way he knew where Puppy was exactly. So he already had the vision on him then.
He waited to pop dust until after he walked past the bounty, though. And maybe Puppy accidentally attacked or something, but at some point he became unable to pass through. I'll have to double check that again. I can't remember if bounty invis phases you. I feel like I don't remember if it does or not.
Good question. I do not know.
Maybe he accidentally attacked, and that's what ruined it for him or something. Or maybe YapzOr just made a super sick play. I believe that from happening. I believe that could happen, because YapzOr does that stuff all the time. Level 5 now, KheZu. He actually got 2 points in Sandstorm. It's a long time since I've seen Sandstorm on Sand King, but he's also almost level 6 at 6 minutes, so despite Syndren having a rough early game, things are going really well for Sand King, I would say.
Wonder what's the real upset about that, because normally Sandstorm in the past was used to farm up neutrals. Yeah. Is it just to lower the cooldown? So
yeah, that's really all it does.
Is there a timing between open wounds? That maybe like that's the correlation.
No, the cooldown reduction is pretty big. I mean, arguably putting extra points into Caustic Finale is a little greedy because it does the same slow regardless of the level. If he's not anywhere near creeps, arguably it's better to have Sandstorm because then lower cooldown to stay alive and not die. YapzOr could die mid here, tanking the gank for his team. He could get a good boulder smash. No, he's out of mana now. Yeah. He actually silenced. A small mistake, perhaps. If he just boulder smash and rolled, he would have lived.
Instead, successful gank from Team Secret. Puppey again, another good move from him.
He's getting levels.
Yeah. He's getting levels, but everyone's also getting farmed. Like all the cores, all the offlanes are getting farmed. The supports are pretty close to each other as well. So 7 minutes in, no one's really got a huge advantage. Like I know, obviously, Bounty Hunter gets an advantage later on. Wait, did he just put it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just put a Spirit. They put a Sentry down.
He does jump. He's a little late, though. He didn't have enough mana to go for the kill.
It's because they saw Keizu running away, and the
Keki
dodges it with the Spirit forward. The silence as well, but mid one will break free. Keizu, Burrow strikes back in range of the tier 2 tower, but YapzOr, he tries to bowl it out, but doesn't do it. He catches mid one on the way. And that means the Earth Spirit will go down again, but he protects his SK. But SK didn't finish up the stack, and it looks like mid one's headed over there right now to finish the job.
Not too bad for him. Yeah, he'll clear both these pretty easy. So good little acceleration there. Nice scouting by Puppey as well, obviously. Brought the Sentry Ward, get the vision.
So Koitfa is sitting on 1400.
It's decent. Pretty good.
Is this the BT Naga we look to be like a presence to bring in that ultimate, or is it just, you know what, bunker down, try and farm up and get towards the Radiance first?
Yeah, the real question is more like, how much gold do you spend on mana regen items before you buy Radiance? Because you'll never buy BOTs first. So does he buy Aquila? Does he get Arcane Boots? Does he rely on just raindrops? Like, thus far, it looks like he's just bottle crowing, which is going to accelerate him quite fast. He even got an Arcane Rune the time before. Maybe that's why he's justifying this, because he has some acceleration he normally wouldn't have. But he's just been AFK jungling, and it's working. He is getting there. And this also allows YapzOr to catch up, which is kind of cool. He can take the illusions, put them mid. They can get the last hits, but YapzOr will get the experience, which is a really good trade as a support. I would do that any day. Yeah, you can take last hits with illusions. I just want the levels. So they get everything they need here while Quakefa's accelerating, while he's AFK jungling. It's really cool.
Seems to be a lot safer as well when you pull your mid off. Like your off lane stays where he is, as opposed to like what we saw like OG doing at TI, where they push crit to the off lane as that Earth Spirit to try and get him those quicker and earlier levels and farm. Yeah,
if nobody's there and they're somewhere off farming, take the lane as a support. It's really useful, and that's something you brought up too. If Quakefa gets ganked too much, he's super behind, and he just doesn't have the same impact. This way, he gets everything he wants and while giving their support stuff.
On Radiant side, he's actually farming both. Like on Dota side, he probably wouldn't be able to do this as easily, but he's sitting down and then putting the illusions into the lane, so he can riptide in the lane. The ES doesn't get the money, but he gets the experience. But
yeah, like I said before,
you get double the money. It's beautiful.
It's really
like
good.
It.
Really, really
it's
good.
Really cool.
Maybe not double, but you know, it's definitely a big acceleration, and it's safe because then your opponents would have to 5-man into your jungle, and to be honest, they're probably not going to want to do that, especially like Warlock. The early rotations, they can work obviously, but your hero's a little slow, and you don't have lockdown yourself until you hit 6, so it's a little unreliable. They could maybe with Ember Spirit. He's got Boots of Travel already. He's having a really good game, actually. 2 kills now for him.
Who's really benefiting from this? Like, we're 10 minutes in, there's only 6 kills on the board. Like, who's having the better piece of the pie?
I would definitely give it to Escape here, even though mid one's having a great laning stage. Just the safe, almost relic thing is massive. It's really limiting the window where Secret can start killing him. I mean, the window's always there, and it's starting now.
Yep.
Frev says, okay, time to gank. They're all level 8. They've got really good levels. Puppey as well has got 6. Any kills they get now, even if they go even, should give them advantage.
It's kind of funny with their movement. They showed like they were going into Roshan, so if any of Observer Wards saw him, he would have gone down. Are they looking for more?
They're waiting for an Observer Ward on the back. I think they're scared to commit to this because they know that if they lose this
Koitfa,
fight.
he gets the song off.
Oh, he just hit 9 because they waited.
Yep.
He didn't have it before.
So Song of the
he can
Siren.
still die. He's still going to die here.
Yeah, Puppey's waiting for him with the live stealer. The Spirits are running forward as well, and the Ember does get there in time to find the kill.
It's a really smart contingency plan there.
They found Era. This is track kills now arriving as well. They're trying to keep their distance while the Ember's up. They drop the rock. Commit the bonds if you can. Era, the pounce down with a shuriken toss. Warlock will find the kill. Everyone's being involved here, apart from just the Slaughter. So a lot of extra spill money coming the way of Secret too.
Just amazing reactions there. They do cancel a TP on mid one, but not a big deal. I mean, they got everything they wanted. They burned Song. Song's on cooldown now for 2 minutes. And they killed the Naga Siren before he got Relic. And they also cleaned up an Axe. Like, they absolutely anticipated that. They said, oh, he doesn't have TP or whatever, just cancel Song, run back, and then just blow him up on the back line with Lifestealer Bomb. It's really well done. And they got 2 track kills.
A lot of TPs coming towards the mid lane now. Puppey hunting Cinder in the back lines as the Golem is there. So nope, not trapped, walks away. But MP, he's coming down in the Warlock.
God.
It was the Golem that did the work.
I think that was Shuriken actually that just ended him at the end. And with Arrow dying, no Blink Dagger for him. So like, it was looking really good for Escape, but because Secret got these 3 kills now, it now delays any advantage that Escape could have had. They needed somebody to start coming online a little bit earlier, and because Axe bought a Vanguard first, his Blink was a bit delayed. So he's now definitely less farmed than the, well, he's not less farmed than the Slardar, but Slardar has had contribution in this game and has a Blink of his own.
Yep. So Slardar hits his item timing a little bit earlier.
Exactly. Now he's going to wait for any free kill. If Naga Siren's anywhere and they find him, Naga dies if he doesn't have backup.
Now they just want someone to TP down at bottom lane. There's so much farm down there going to waste.
That's why they know that the death would be there if there is a gank.
I'm even trying to scan, find anybody farming anywhere.
Yeah, that's why Escape is all together right now, because they know that this is the pressure timing that gets really scary. Quickfoot does have his Relic finish though. Just he's got to farm the Radiance recipe next. So he's still on a really good timer. Like he's skimped on his items because he didn't buy Arcane Boots, he didn't buy Raindrops, he didn't buy Aquila. He just Iron Talon bottle, brown boots with the early Poor Man's Shield, obviously. And that's why right there. It's Coddle. Coddle's benefiting him. It's allowing him to get his Radiance a minute or 2 faster, even with that death.
A 14 to 15 minute Radiance is nothing to sneer at.
Absolutely. Because once all the lanes push, then it makes it more obvious where Secret's ganking. They'll be more reliant on using smokes to initiate.
Well, there's the Axe Blink now being purchased too, but the Blink initiation comes better from Forev. They jump right on top of Yapsaw on that tier 1 tower.
It's a kill, but it's a kill that they were letting happen, basically. Yapsaw farms there, he tanks the gank, they lose one of their least farmed heroes.
Okay, so he knows Puppey is around there. Sees Forever move over with a Blink Crush. He needs a Burrow Strike away, but with the amplification on, can't use Sandstorm to dodge anything. Support's nearby with the Axe, but what's Axe going to do? Blink and call into that? That's almost suicide if he did it.
It definitely would have been, yeah. All those heroes are ready, so I don't think he needed to be there, I agree. I think Hezu could have gone, hit up some farm. He doesn't have his Blink yet. Cinderin being chased now, and he's going to have to try to TP. I think that's the only way.
Cinderin's die. Okay, they're not going to die for the cause. They commit the Song of the Siren to get out.
Okay. I thought that Sind would just TP there, but they songed it just in case. I think they're worried about track gold right now.
Which should be worried about that when they lost the Axe while we're watching that up on top lane.
Oh,
so
man.
Escape loses another one.
That can't happen.
No, it can't. There's too much money rolling in for Secret. Like, the bounty, like, he's still only got a level 1 track at the moment, but still.
Every kill so much.
Everything's building up.
He's almost got Mech of his own right now.
It's 14.5 minutes in and they got an 8,500.
He actually does have Mech if he wants to buy it right now. Or you could just save a little bit more. And no, I think he can get Vlad. See, Puppey has basically got his first major item. It's going to go for a Hood. That'll stop Radiance damage. If he gets a Pipe, it's going to shut down Sanking. Sanking doesn't even have Blink Dagger yet. And Puppey is very, very close to finishing Pipe. If he does that, Sanking's whole contribution is just gone. And that's why Escape was losing so bad right now. Because they were so close. They were at equal levels of Secret. Secret makes 3 little smart ganks. And the Blink Daggers on Escape are delayed by eons. It's not about just Radiance anymore. That's actually the problem. It's just about Radiance now. And they've got it, but they didn't get anything out of their Axe really past the laning stage. They didn't get anything out of their Sanking past the laning stage.
Well, they may lose more on that Axe if he stays out there any longer. Hero is just nibbling a little bit too close towards that Slardar, knowing the bounty is still roaming too.
And the illusions are out. Time to pressure. Say goodbye to your Raindrops, guys. Never buy them again. It's just truly not worth it. So Radiance burn. They're going to jungles. They're pushing lanes out. You just get so much farm. 4 lane creeps. 1 jungle. Everything comes fast now.
Does this still create enough space? Like, does it push Team Secret back far enough that you can get farm on Escape? And then again, what critical farms to get you? Like, what item do you get that changes it around apart from Koi for being, like, unstoppable?
Yeah, that's basically the next problem is that, okay, they've got Radiance now. They can farm faster, but at what point can they actually fight? And it's going to take a while, especially with things like Radiance advantages. Or, I'm sorry, Aegis advantages that Secret's taking here.
Yeah, they slip into Roshan. Escape, nowhere near it. Don't want to get a hand of Midas over on the Warlock 16 minutes in.
And he wasn't even greedy here. He also bought Arcane Boots, and Windlace, and Raindrop, and Wards and stuff. But 3-0 and 2 plus track gold, you're going to have a good game. So this should help give them that longevity that they might need against the Radiance Naga.
So economic battle is just being won so hard by Team Secret. The bottom 3 net worths. Yeah, they're rapidly approaching the 10k net worth, but it's the bottom 3 net worths that just belong Coddle, ES, SK. Like when SK is almost a full 1,000 behind that of the Warlock.
It's a bad sign. I mean, a lot of that is towers, though. That's, what, 2 tower advantage going to Secret, and they got Roche.
But Warlock was also involved in almost, like, what, like 7 out of the track kills?
Well, Sanking has only not been in 2 of the ganks, though. So, I mean, it's not completely his fault, maybe. But I think he should have prioritized the Blink. He definitely started fearing the Invis ganks, and all of Escape kind of had that issue.
That Spirit almost broke the smoke.
They were very close. It's like actually one of the most OP ways to break smoke, because technically the hero is there as he flies through you.
You just can't touch him when he's there.
So 17-minute Boots of Travel Battle Fury. This is actually one of the fastest Battle Fury Boots of Travels I've seen on Ember. It's pretty amazing. Oh, he's going to jump in all the heroes, though.
Right smack bang in the middle of Escape. Can they hold him there long enough? He's
he
going to commit the ulti as well.
Oh, I thought he canceled it. Okay. Epicenter did come through.
Yeah.
I just wasn't seeing the little
towel flick.
shockwaves. Yeah.
Took him a second to channel it.
That's a huge kill. How much gold for that? Oh, that's just a 1,400 gold swing. Nothing, just normal stuff.
It's only in favor of the Axe as well, so now he could be a little bit more tankier in the next engagements.
Yeah, I think they did see him with the Remnant down, and they were waiting to see if he came back, and he did. So they even had wards down. They should have spotted that, but I don't know if they smoked for that one or not. But if they did, that's really nice play.
They were still smoked when he came back down.
Okay,
again.
from the previous time. Okay, so it was just kind of like an opportunity that sort of fell into their lap, but they profited from in a really smart way.
Yeah,
good for them. Puppy bought a Raindrop, but I don't think it matters because he's going to make so much from track gold. So the farm continues. Quick was actually in the base, just getting farm.
Oh, Synderen's out far enough to kill.
And look at that, he sends 1 illusion all the way top lane. He like splits, sends it, and TP's home. He gets 4 creeps. It's 200 easy gold, and he's just in the fountain. Boots of Travel's up now, and the big thing is probably Manta. He's got to be able to remove the amp damage. That's the thing that's going to kill him the fastest.
I'm wondering if it's actually worth it for Escape to purchase an earlier gem, put it on the Naga Siren so they can look for these Observer wards.
That can help, yeah, but it hasn't really been Observer wards that's making this game hard. It's more just the position, the hero position. Escape's still not farming very much. It's pretty much just Naga, and that's going to be reflected as the game continues. Just 4 heroes on Escape that should be technically moving around fighting, and Naga Siren farming.
Yeah, the main thing that's probably going to help them is if they can just start winning these fights, but then Blink, Crush, Eero is being pulled up. They were trying to recall him in, so that's why he's hanging in the tree lines, and Koifa has to song and TP gap. Escape realized they've lost everything they wanting to lose.
Ugh, so tough now, and that's so much minus armor. Amplify damage, minus 15 armor, and the Lifestealer finished his next item, Deso. He actually went for the full Deso. Really good item in this case, just because Naga Siren's armor is good, but not so high that you can't get towards that 0 point. So with both amp damage and the Desolator, it's minus 22 armor. That kills people, especially this area here where Naga doesn't have a lot of agility items. They could find Puppy, though. That would be a pretty good kill. He's quite farmed.
Okay, Yapso was able to dust him up, realizing he's being blocked in the tree line. The illusions are also on their way, but they need to be able to slow down Puppy a little bit more, and this will do it with the Magnetize. Forev jumps in. Yapso gets destroyed. The Naga illusions were up just long enough for the Radiance Burn to finish off the Bounty Hunter.
That was super worth it, actually. Naga Siren even got the kill.
More money on the Naga.
Really good for Naga. It's 400 gold for Naga. Sin got 338. I guess he was close enough. If anything, that accelerates them in a good way. It doesn't matter that much if Yapsor doesn't continue to get items. As long as he's in kills or gets kills for his team and somebody else gets the gold for it, they're completely happy because that just threw Naga's Yasha together. And again, once they get Manta, more protections against all that minus armor.
Is this when we do see the Naga go into like the Manta Octarine?
Absolutely. Yeah. Definitely Manta first. Octarine probably as well. He definitely needs some kind of fast butterfly, though.
So this game does just turn into like a split push.
Yeah, absolutely. Escape really missed their window. They should have had their blinks on Sanking and Ash pre-20 minutes. and definitely done some rotations or gotten some ganks. If they would have gotten it a little faster, like if their laning stage went slightly better, not only in just levels but also in gold, they could have used that to get a bunch of kills.
It just seems really hard though to find a win condition when you do this.
It does.
Like, because your two cores are still an SK and an Axe.
Yeah.
Like, these aren't guys who are going to be like bringing in huge amounts of damage like you'd expect from like something like a Luna, where you take one good fight off a good trade and you then have an advantage. It just doesn't exist.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there, but yeah, the laning stage just go better for that.
Oh, that 4-star for Rev. Style slide into Blink Crush. Bringing a little bit of a friend in the form of the Lifestealer with him.
Is that just a guess? Like, he just blew up Sind? Really?
No, they had the Observer Ward down.
But he was so far back.
Poppy did the obs beforehand.
He was sitting so far back, I thought for sure that...
I think they saw him.
Maybe he got tracked or something.
I think he saw him move down. Yeah, potentially he could have been tracked beforehand.
Well,
I didn't see it at the start.
They cleared the illusions. They're going to try to stop this push, but it's hard. There's a buyback on Sind as well. He's trying to blast things, but he doesn't want to get close, and the Golem can just scout him out.
Well, he knows he's just going to die again if he gets in close. Like one blink crush with a 4-star, the initiation range is ridiculous.
God.
This Golem is being a pain in the butt.
Look
when
they
group up like that.
Sind is just going to die.
Yeah, he will. The Ember Spirit was the one that was awarded the kill, but they grouped up, so the Battle Fury did its work, and now they move over to Quarterfinals. Team Secret, they are walking all over Escape. Highlight Eye can be donating for Revs in a little bit too deep. He'll get dunked down. But the bottom lane, most of the work is done. Pylai needs to die here if Escape's going to have a chance. But Kaizu was currently dying as well. He was tracked up when the Golem was beating him out. They took the melee racks. Like, this is still a melee racks down sub 23.
I mean, I kind of felt like the game was just over there. But getting those 2 kills on the end actually almost justifies it. They did have to buy back Yapzor there. So that cost them a bit. And they did ultimately lose gold. But the experience level change is going to be huge for Escape when they're behind. Any kills you get against a winning team, big gold and tons of experience.
Unfortunately, like when the track kills are still coming in as well for Team Secret, the goal's not as big, and that net worth, I guess, down around almost 15,000 at the moment in favor of Team Secret. 23 minutes.
It's a massive advantage by all means, and only the 2 deaths that happened is not going to be everything, especially because mid one is now at his next item. I thought he was only going to have Battle Fury Boots of Travel, but with the blink that early, they can't play around it. They don't have the HP to let him just cast free spells like that.
With the blink, the Battle Fury, it's still got 2,700. Like, he's going to have his Chrysalis. He's going to... Like, Naga's actually going to start hurting her team more than helping her team. Kaizu tries to hide inside the Sandstorm. For Revs, so be very happy to go for this. 4-star forward, can't get the crush right. Now they realize Cinderon's up on the hillside, and the Sleight of Fist Searing Chains locks in Cinderon. Poor guy.
He gets punished really hard there. Fred was trying to be a little cheeky, saving his blink, but it's alright. Still got a good prize. Even a Keeper of the Light kill. That's his buyback, by the way. Dead for a whole 26 seconds.
I think they can deal with it. Naga will keep the pressure off.
Yeah.
Bottom lane, maybe Pylai could be in a little bit of trouble. It's just a Naga illusion, but what doesn't realize is the real one's right next to him, and support coming in from the Axe. So they start with the Battle Hunger, but then Shadow Word kind of repairs most of that damage. For Rev, 4-star gets the blink into the crush, and the Song of the Siren again from Koitva, having to be used defensively. There is no other way it can be used at the moment.
Arrow's running, but he's got double vision. They're chasing here. I don't know if they'll get him around. They got to do damage here. Okay, he does the first slap.
Epicenter committal, is he going to? They had the Blade Mail. Dragging Forev a little bit further in. You've got Syndrome with the Illum that's going to hit Forev. He sees it, he dodges it, but the damage from mid one is too much to repel. Forev still moving freely. Era, one more bash from Forev would probably do the job to kill him, but they let Era go inside the base.
Oh, they're doing everything. Sin gets caught as well. He should be fine. But after all of that, that was like some sick plays from Escape to not die here, and they still were. They didn't even get close to doing damage to Secret there. That was them panic running. And yeah, he's still pushing waves and stuff, but all the tier 3 towers, they haven't even been scratched yet. So all this gold accumulation for Quakefoe, he's repeatedly using everything just to collect items and sometimes save his allies. It's going to be a while until he's strong enough to fight. I mean, to be honest, I don't think he's going to be there. He's not ahead of the curve, basically. He's just trying to stay at the same level.
Yeah. But that will not suffice if you're going to win this game at the moment. Team Secret in a commanding position, even though the Naga will delay. they still need something to work with. Like, they at least have good initiation. Like, that's probably the upside. The downside is their supports don't really offer something like a Lion does, like with that burst damage from a Finger of Death.
If you combo really well with 2 disables, yeah, you can land an Illuminate, but just needed more levels early out of Sind, I think. He gave KZU some levels, but then him going back to the farming aspect, like the laning stage, it didn't work out well.
Easiest Roshan when you got negative 17 armor on Roshan.
That's really good. And it looks like Lifestealer's making an AC as well. Great build. Further minus armor, more attack speed for him and all the other heroes on his team that right click. Instantly into another gank. Time to pressure the next racks.
So you got AC, you've got your pipe, so you already repel as much of the magical damage as you possibly can. Now even applying physical damage. Not that Escape have much of that. And go back Wafer.
That's a really good kill. And they got track.
Yeah. But more importantly, he's dead.
Yeah, that's the big one. He just that was 2.5 seconds, just killed. That's Echo Saber, Armlet, Desolator with like Lifestealer alone could kill him in like 2 seconds. So all they really need is a stun and Lifestealer, and that's a dead hero. And there's so many ways they can do the gank too. It can be Bounty Hunter, it could be Slardar. Just the fact that they've changed it up a little bit makes a big difference as well. So then it's harder for Koifa to predict it. Like and now's the point. If they would just buy a gem, the game ends basically, because their opponents won't be able to see that coming. It's impossible without wards.
It still seems like crazy that KZ went in for the Hand of Midas. The Absol is initiated on. As he tries to boulder away, Era gets the call off, but when the rocks drop, so does Yapsor. Burrow Strike back in again for Rev. Oh, they managed to get that extra stun to KZU. Shuriken toss. Amplified and tracked. There's just no way he can hide. There's too much reveal from Team Secret.
They'll try to push things out a little bit, but the illusions are still dying so fast. They don't have the HP yet. Manta will help. MP's kind of low. Oh, the blinding light actually hurt them so much.
Yeah, but then he rages up and just rips apart Era with the open wounds. That life that he lost is back. Cinderon's on the run, and Koitfa. Song of the Siren hold. They need that epicenter from KZU if they can have any chance to defend this, but they don't do it. In fact, they just let it go. And now Koitfa, there's a blink Burrow Strike to try and save him, but Koitfa's already gone down. This may actually even be the game. They're losing too many people too fast. You've got a buyback available on the Naga Siren, but they don't even just wait for it. Yapsor calls it. 29 minutes, the GG comes out as Team Secret have dominated this performance against Escape.
Man, Escape completely missed their timings on 2 of their heroes. Like, no Blink Dagger on KheZu at a reasonable time. No Blink Dagger on Axe at a reasonable time. That was 2 heroes that completely missed their windows, where they're strong at the 12 to 20 minute mark, or even for Axe if you get Blink earlier, the 8 to 12 minute mark. And they just didn't do that. So it's basically all on how well can you do with Radiance.
Was that a problem because of the Radiance rush? Like, they put too much farm into that, too much space and time?
I wouldn't say it was because of the Radiance rush. Like, Naga's going to do that. I think Yapsor did a great job in the laning stage, but I felt zero presence from Cinderin. He basically just went top lane to give some space, but then at 3 minutes he was jungling a small camp to get his level 2. That's not okay. You have to... Oh. If you give him some space and then immediately go to the bot lane, like TP there and start pulling, that would be a better transition.
But Cinderin felt like the sacrificial lamb. Like you give the Earth Spirit the middle lane. Like Cinderin's just like, well, I just buy wards and courier, right?
Well, yeah, and he did actually start pulling, but remember he got killed by Bounty Hunter because Bounty was already ahead in levels. But if Bounty was only level 1 or maybe level 2 at that point, he maybe wouldn't have died. So it's like maybe he transitioned too late, a minute too late, and that allowed Bounty to get ahead. Or maybe Bounty's early game was more successful than Sin's by far, and then Sin started pulling just a little late, which led to his death, which led to him jungling again. It's like all these things really add up. So Cinderin on the Keeper of the Light had no impact. Even Era had no impact for the first 20 minutes, as did KheZu. KheZu got his levels really fast, but then maybe he should have grouped with somebody with a smoke, look for where Bounty might be, smoke breaks, use Dusk, kill Bounty with Epicenter, for example. You can do that before you get your Blink. They didn't do any of those kinds of ganks before the Blink, and Era also went Vanguard first, which again, they needed one hero to get a Blink. Somebody should have gotten it fast. Either Era just goes for the fast Blink, skip the Vanguard, and then fight, or KheZu has to get active before Blink. That way they have something happening, because nothing happened.
Maybe that's when we look back to that 10-minute mark, like that moment, it's like, okay, so who was going to be the one to attack? And then you had that 4-man maneuver with the Infest, jump into Roshan, smoke up, calm out, and then fight. And exactly. Team Secret, they basically picked up the ball and played it.
Yeah, and they did it at the right timing, right before the Blink Daggers, and they absolutely stomped from there on out.
Yep. I don't know if we actually have a replay of the game up, ready to go just yet, but Wonderful. So we'll have a quick look back at the game overall. So this is a Secret versus Escape.
Oh yeah, Puppy did attack there. So he walked past, then used Dust. Puppy did attack, and wasn't able to come back out the other side because the axe ended up blocking the other side. That was a really cool play.
The ultimate trap.
This was really the defining moment of the game. Escape's still farming. He ends up using Song of the Siren. He didn't have a TP scroll, and Puppy had set the trap, waiting for his walking path. They get the kill. They ended up getting Era afterwards, getting a third kill even after this one. And because of this was the first couple track kills of the game that gives Bounty 450 gold, not to mention his allies. Eventually Escape. This is a whole 10 minutes, or 7 minutes later, by the way. This is the first really big movement on Escape. Had a nice play killing the Spirit, but
you saw how much you had to commit,
later, and
like how much you had to commit to that, and you got lucky because of the vision.
Yep, and at this point, Secret just hits a timing tempo here. They go high ground. They have huge item advantage with the Blink and the Battle Fury and the Ember, and they easily kill everybody in the base. It looked completely over, but with the Forev kill here on the left, changed things up a bit.
So when Secret just went just that little bit too deep and gave Escape something to work with. But I think, like, Secret was sitting there the entire time just going, these guys have no chance in the late game.
Yeah.
We already have crippled the lane. The Rax is down on the bottom. All we have to do is just wait out the Song of the Siren, deal with a split push. We have an Ember Spirit to do that. Like, you're never really going to be massively threatened in a game of trades with a Naga Siren. Like, she's not going to attack your buildings anywhere near as fast as Team Secret we're going to.
Yeah, exactly. So you can always stop the creep wave. That's the bigger threat, and guarantee the fights are just consistently won by them once they're in the base.
I wonder if it makes it even more efficient for the Ember Spirit to farm up when you have that. Because the Ember knows, well, I've got 2 or 3 creep waves pushing in this. I'll just pop up here now, take care of it, go down, go and gank, and then go to another lane. There's another 2-3 lanes there.
Exactly.
Thanks to the Naga Siren.
So you can farm almost as fast, especially like when Naga first got really popular, it was overwhelming because nobody could farm that fast, really. But players of the caliber now, compared to when Naga first got really popular, everybody's way better at farming. I don't even think Ember Spirit was in the game back then, either.
Well, we have one more slot to fill in the semi-finals as Team Secret take the game over Escape. Vega and Liquid already triumphant earlier today. And our last series of the night, it will be OG going up against Team Empire. So you will have the honor of facing Team Secret in our second series tomorrow. Terrific Dota all around for the FACEIT Dota2 Invitational.
I can't wait to see how this all ends up. There's so many good teams in it. It's all best of ones. Not too unpredictable results so far, but there definitely could have been some upsets all the way across, and there still could be many upsets coming. So it should be pretty exciting. But we have a bit of a break. That game was over a little fast.
Just a little bit, but it means we're on schedule. We're perfectly on schedule. Quick games is a good game and a fantastic tournament. So we're going to be back. Grab yourself a drink, and we'll see you back for our last series of the day, OG versus Team Empire.